The Portland Playboys. Are you Hef?
Am I am I F? Well, I wear a smoking jacket around the house. I don't know if that counts.
Tell us about the Portland Playboys.
Well, the Portland Playboys is a band that I put together because of my interest in the collision between country music and jazz. Sort of like that, you know, mid to late 40s, early 50s Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys sound. And there are a whole bunch of bands from that period and later that were basically guys playing country music that were jazz musicians. And I think that that's really fascinating sound. I like the way it sounds.
So who's in the band?
David Langenus and Keith Brush.
Familiar faces.
Familiar faces. So the guys from my trio, and we've added Russ Blake on steel, and Mr. Ian Miller on the Telecaster guitar, and he plays steel sometimes as well.
Really?
Yep. Ah. And they're all, you know, they're all hot shots. I got a band full of hot shots.
Pedal steel or lap steel?
Oh, lap steel.
Ah.
No pedal. No pedal. This is pre-pedal steel music.
Yeah. Are you doing your tunes, traditional tunes? What are you doing?
We have some traditional kind of Western swing stuff, and we also have, well, we've recorded one original already, but we have some more originals coming up the pike. And, you know, we just draw from like old honky-tonk, vintage country, vintage Western swing, hillbilly boogie, you know, Red Foley, you know, these sorts of things. Smoky Woods.
Yeah. Just change for you?
Well, I like to think of it as just sort of a refinement more than anything else, because, you know, I started out playing country music a long time ago and then felt a deficiency because I didn't understand how to play jazz, so I spent a few years figuring out how to do that, and so now I'm kind of mashing the two of them together and just seeing what happens. You know, it's sort of like, I think it's really deeply rooted in swing music, which is sort of my center anyways. You know, the rhythms and the harmonic progressions and everything is not very modern stuff generally.
Vocals?
Oh yeah, lots of vocal tunes, and you know, I've yet to convince any of the guys to sing backup, so for now it's just little old me singing.
And you'll be at the Secret Society.
Yep, we play the Secret Society Ballroom, which is on Russell, Saturday happy hours from 6 to 8. And we also play at Duff's Garage on Thursday for a happy hour from 6 to 8.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
So what's happening with the Stolen Sweets?
Well, the Stolen Sweets are still, you know, we're still gigging around, primarily regionally. We don't have any plans to do any traveling for a while. We did quite a bit of traveling there. And I think everybody's anxious to just kind of stay put for a bit. But we've been adding a lot of new tunes, drawing from different genres, everything from doo-wop to old country music to to old R&B and Hawaiian music.
Hawaiian music.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you know, just to kind of, I mean, we still. The primary focus of the band is still to do the Boswell Sisters 30s, late 20s sound, but it's nice to be able to kind of branch out a little bit.
What kind of doo-wop and R&B are you doing?
Primarily obscure 50s and early 60s stuff. Artists like Pamela Laws is one that comes to mind, and you know, basically the way we did it was that the gals in the band all they just kind of looked in their record collections and found obscure old weird tunes, and we figured out how to play them ensemble, and so, you know, we added it to the mix. Hopefully it's not too much of a bump in the road for people to come to see the older stuff, but it makes it a lot more enjoyable as a musician to kind of break out from doing that swing stuff all night.
Yeah. And the trio?
The trio.
Oh, by the way, any plans for recording the Sweets?
We don't have any plans currently to record a Sweets record anytime soon, but the Portland Playboys just recorded a record about 2 months ago, and we're right in, I guess you would call it, the middle of production.
Yeah.
Basically, we're trying to scrape the money together to get it printed and get it out there, and to pay for the licensing for the cover tunes that we do on the record. But yeah, with the suites, there's no plans right now.
Well, that's too bad.
Well, we'll get to it. You know, everybody's busy. You know, everybody's starting businesses or buying houses, or you know, it's just gonna be a matter of time before somebody has a kid. So you know.
And the trio?
The trio still plays weekly at the Morrison Hotel from 7 to 9. Morrison Hotel on Morrison, about 8th. And you know, we just primarily play for swing dances. We also do a lot of weddings and private parties this time of year in the summertime. And so that's a lot of fun. You know, we just sit very quietly in the corner and play, and people dance. And it's a nice gig. So.
Is there anything that you're not doing that you want to do?
Well,
you sound pretty busy.
I'm very busy. Yeah, I mean, I have full teaching schedule during the day and working on my house, and then all these musical projects. I'm anxious to learn how to play other instruments aside from guitars right now. So, first thing I'm working on is clawhammer, banjo. I kind of want to pick up a fiddle and just see if I can get around on a fiddle or a mandolin or something. And I play ukulele, you know, and, steel guitar. Play a little bit of steel. And, I don't know. I think that it's time for me to just be a complete beginner again at something, because I think it'll make me a better teacher and a better musician in general to go through the process.
What are you learning on the banjo? Is there a tune?
No, right now I'm just developing just the right hand. They call it drop thumb clawhammer technique. And
is that difficult?
I can see how it could be. I would say yes. I think it is difficult, but it's a lot of fun. You know, it takes a lot of focus to kind of get it. But it's one of those things, I think, and I'm not sure yet because I'm not far enough down the road to have any perspective. But I think it's sort of like walking down the street, patting your head, rubbing your belly at the same time. It's really difficult at first, and then you finally get it, and then you just do it. You know, and so at least this little teeny bit of the technique that I'm working on, I think is going to be something like that.
Have you had your oh yeah moment yet with it?
Little teeny ones. Little teeny ones. You know, you know, I'm a very rhythmic oriented person, and so I haven't quite grasped the underlying rhythm of the thing yet.
But you're confident.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you know, I peck away at it every morning, every night for about an hour or so, and and you know, drink coffee and play the banjo on the front porch. It's a pretty nice thing to do. You should try it, you know.